Stadium.
Sorry?
You've scored 9 goals in 2 games
Yeah.
here, so you like playing football on this pitch. So my joke is, would you like to move your home ground?
Nice joke. Good evening. Yeah, the cup game, it was a final because you are in or out. Here is the Premier League, so it's quite different. But of course, we were lucky. And compared for other games, the first time we arrived, we scored a goal. The second time we arrived, we scored a goal. And how many times we didn't happen. And that's why today in the boxes, especially in the opponent box, we were strong. Of course, we are so happy because still we can stay closer to the other opponents in the Premier League, and of course in performance we make very good things. We have to improve our duels in defensive. We are not solid enough, but in terms of intensity, high pressing, and how you control after the 2-0, our game was good, and we controlled the long balls to Carol Antonio. We concede few set pieces, not too much, and nothing. Rest, come back home, sleep all together in the CFA, and prepare Swansea game, because the last 4 games, 1-3, and I saw the game against Liverpool, how solid they are, how difficult it is to attack them. But we have to try to keep going this good momentum that in that moment we have.
Was that everything that you want together as a complete team performance, particularly first half? You look really happy on the time.
Yeah, the first 10, 12 minutes we had a lot of problems. We missed simple balls, we didn't play good, and we were lucky. The first action we scored a goal. In other games we create more chances, and we play better, and we didn't able to play goal, and after we concede the moment they arrive, and that punish us a lot. But after the goal help us a lot, because that is a game where the emotions and with the feelings counts a lot, and after that we play good, because every time we win the ball we have 3 strikers so quick. So Leroy, Gabriel, and Raj make a movement, runs in behind, is so dangerous. When the people want to make high pressing, we are able to eliminate the first step. We create a chance, and Yaya was again exceptional. So and help us a lot for our feelings for the future, for the next games.
Can you give us your view on Gabriel's overall?
But I think it was a good impact for the first appearance in the 8 minutes or 9 minutes against Tottenham, and created 2 or 3 chances just in 9 minutes. In Crystal Palace, the first game away, he learned what does it mean playing in a Premier League on games away. So he played quite good. He helped us a lot in the first pressing. The high pressing is so intense, so aggressive in that moment. In the long balls, he's a fighter. He's able to keep going, to fight against guys who are taller than him. And of course he's young. We cannot forget he's just 19 years old. So, but he's a striker for the Brazil. So something, because in the first assist in the Crystal Palace, he gave the goal to Raj. Today was to Kevin. So, and after he's the guy who arrived there, he goes attack to the goal. He want to score goal. So these 3 guys is the future for that club in the next, because all of them, the average is 20 years old, and you cannot see in Europe the big clubs strikers younger than Manchester City has. But it's good for the future for that club, has that players, and we are delighted because Sané is already part of the team. We arrived a little bit, well, where I am, and now his performance in the last 3 or 4 performances to show us his potential and his level.
Is Caballero now your first choice goalkeeper?
Today was the first choice.
Is he going into the team?
Today I'm going to sleep well, and I'm going to decide in the future. Today I decide that, but it's not, in that case, it's not the first and the second one.
Is it a difficult decision, though, not to play Bravo, given...
Individual decision.
It's a
Yeah.
difficult decision.
Difficult.
One of your first
Yeah.
decisions to bring...
Yeah, it's not easy. But it's not easy for the guys. I think 3 or 4 guys stay in Manchester who not come here. That is still more difficult than that. And the people was in the bench. We have 22, 23 guys, and all of them deserve to play. It's the toughest decision every single game. But of course, today was a decision for the another one, so it's what it is.
Any regrets about sending Joe Hart on loan?
Just a moment, please.
Any regrets about sending Joe Hart on loan?
No. I'm a guy who have to take decisions, and I make a lot of mistakes. And sometimes I make a good decision, but I have to take decisions in advance.
Gabriel, would it be a case of him playing with Serge, or could they play together? Could they play together?
They can play together, yeah.
So it's not-
Yeah, because Gabriel can play in the left side in the position. Yeah, of course they can play together. For us, Sergio remains and so important player for us. He knows, everybody knows that we cannot achieve our goals without his contribution. So it's so important.
Do you think, will Sergio need to get used to being on the bench and just coming off the bench rather than starting there?
No. It's simple like that. I sit with my staff, my staff, and I take a decision. It depends on what I see about the performance of the past. For example, the last game, Winnie and Kola play a central defender. They play awesome in Crystal Palace, and today play another one. So I think I'm a guy who likes to be involved with as much players as possible, because in this crazy calendar, it's impossible to play with the same players. And after I like, I try to be fair. I am unfair for a lot of them because most of them deserve to play, but I try to be fair in my decisions.
Antonio Conte was here tonight. Was this a good night to produce that sort of performance?
But I think he has to be worried about. He has not to be too much worried about what he saw today, because there was 10 points in front or 9 points in front. I don't know how much points in front. 9? 10 for the second one.
9 from 7.
9. So only Chelsea can lose the Premier League. So
Do you not think you can put some pressure on them?
Manchester City?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it would be a mistake when you are 10 points behind to think about Chelsea. What you have to do if we're able to make another game in a row to winning. So we start really well with 6 games in a row to winning, and after that we were inconsistency. So we are able to win 1 or 2 games, and after we drop 1 game. So to qualify for the Champions League, to fight until the end, you have to make a good row of the victories. If not, will not be impossible. So hopefully that could happen in the next games.
It sounds like you think it's Chelsea's already.
It's already done?
It sounds like you think it's Chelsea's already. The title.
No, I didn't say that. But only Chelsea can lose. So when you see how many games they lost in the last 15 or 60 games, normally you can expect they are not going to lose 4 or 5, 6 games for the games we're going to miss, they're going left. But sport and football, everything can happen. Of course, they have to travel to Old Trafford, we have to go there, and of course, we saw that we can. So who expected Watford is going to be able to go to the Emirates and win? So Tottenham, that for me is the best team, or one of the best teams, the playing football and young players and huge talent, and they were not able to win in Sunderland, and the players know. So we are going to go to Watford to play, going to Sunderland, and we're going to be tough and so forth. So you have to be there, try to be there, winning our games, and after that, when the opponent doesn't win, okay, much better. But we are not in the moment the position to think about in a big goals, because the gap is 10 points is too much.
Do you feel that the defense has improved? 2 games in a row, the clean sheet today was perfect. It was not at West Ham. How do you feel about that?
I think my point of view is better. Of course, a clean sheet for everybody, because you cannot win without a clean sheet. But the problem we had in the past is a right 4 times to score 4 goals, a right 2 times to score 2 goals. When that's happened, it's impossible to get results. And today arrived 1 or 2, and the average, the way, the how many times the opponents arrive, it's quite similar than today than the last games. So I don't remember Tottenham, for example, one of the best teams, how many chances they create, and how many chances we created, we didn't win the game. That happened on many times. Today the difference, first time goal, second time goal. Guys, that helps us a lot. Because after the central defender have more calm, personality, everybody wants the ball, but we 0-0, the people have a little bit more scare, and the opponents, of course, is a little bit down. It's so important. So how many games Chelsea, for example, arrive in the first time goal, arrive in the second time goal? How many times happen? A lot. That helps a lot for your future, for your confidence. But it's important. Of course, it's important to score a lot of goals and no concede goal. That is important for us.
It's important of the press that you put that in the like Sané, like Sterling, that they are the first defender today they're playing.
Yeah, I love. When in one team, the strikers are the best defenders and the defenders are the best players with the build-up, you are a solid team. And we're working on both sides and to be aggressive and not let them, the central defender, put the comfortable balls to Carlo Antonio. Because when they have 3 or 4 seconds, the ball will be good. When they don't have these 3 seconds, the ball will be not so good. And of course, if you want to play good with these kind of players, because all the other opponents are taller, are stronger, so you have to make a good build-up. And sometimes we didn't good in the past, and we did it much, much better, and hopefully we can improve on that in the future.
Has Gabriel surprised you now after such a short space of time to say that well, has he surprised you?
Yeah, you never know. It's like a watermelon. You have to open and see if it's good or not. So the perspective was good. That's why we push on them, because he's a young player, young talent. But he's had a good, huge mentality. He's so aggressive. He want to become a good player. And when that happened, helps a lot. When he has dreams, he had something to do in the future in his own career, help us. That counts a lot. And Gabriel, in that terms, is a one. He want to become something in the world football, and of course we're going to try to get it for us.
Can I ask you about Yaya Toure? Said he was exceptional. Is he going to be a big part of your future here at Man City? You counted on him?
Boy, in the next games, I'm pretty sure of that. They're going to decide. I said in the press conference, the guys who are going to finish the contract, they have to play as much good as possible, and the last part of the season we're going to discuss. Okay, thank you guys. Have a good night.